is a great forecast for some ground beef, it looks like. We're here with Miss Loretta, of course. Good morning, Miss Loretta. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Melanie. Good morning, viewers.
All right, well, you are always teaching us how to get a great deal on food, and this week we've got ground beef. It was on sale last week, so I hope you stocked up, but if you didn't, you got a second chance, right?
That's right. It was on sale again this week for $1.99.
Great deal.
And along with, we had grapes that were on sale for 99 cents. Yesterday also, and we have wonderful shrimp that was on sale. Peeled vein shrimp.
You didn't cook anything with those, did you?
Well, no, we didn't, but we have a wonderful shrimp, New Orleans shrimp gumbo recipe on our online that I want them to go and search and prepare.
MySouthwestGA.com. All of Miss Loretta's recipes are on there.
Yes,
unfortunately, she didn't bring us that shrimp gumbo. Still a little disappointed about
That's
that,
right,
Miss Loretta.
right.
But you've got some tacos, some meatloaf. I'm eyeing that chocolate cake. You guys know it's my lunchtime right now. So what will I be eating today, Miss Loretta?
Okay, what it is I wanted to share with the viewers. This is a meal set up for 5 days.
I was going to say, this isn't just a meal. This is like 3-4 meals.
This is a meal. So what it is we got our ground beef last week. We got our ground beef this week for $1.99. Now we know the kids are out today and tomorrow. So what we've done is we made up a basic meatloaf meat mixture. And that consists of the 5 pounds, or according to your family size, amount of ground beef, and then you take, and while you're preparing your meat mixture, you want to have on the stove a pot of water boiling, because in these stuffed peppers we put rice in them. I like the parboiled rice much better than the enriched rice, because the enriched rice is a little bit more sticky.
Okay, and it says that on the box. The
yes, correct.
You know I'm not a very good cook. I'm learning from you.
And what we do is we have that rice boiling, preparing. We season our water and butter our water, and then in our mixing bowl we're going to put our 5 pounds of hamburger, a package of our seasoned blend, which is our Trinity. It's the celery and the bell peppers and the onions, and in there, and we're going to mix that in there. And I like to take about 3 or 4 pieces of bread, wheat bread or white bread, moisten it with milk or water, and incorporate it into that meatloaf with your seasoned blend, your onions and your bell peppers. You can put a little hint of Parmesan cheese in there.
That would give it a nice little bite.
And you take it, and then when your rice is ready, you incorporate that all together after you get your bell peppers. Now, it was wonderful this week. I went to the farmer's market. Farmer's market that I visited had bags of green bell peppers for $1.
Wow,
it was like
a whole bag?
20 bell peppers
for $1
coming away from Valdosta.
Wow.
And they had a bag of bell peppers for $1, and inside bell peppers, inside a bag, there were like 20 bell peppers. So I gave
all
some.
For $1. And you're supporting the local farmers, which is always such a good thing to do.
And what we do is we like to take them, chop them up, and freeze them. And then what we did, we seasoned inside our peppers, put that meat mixture in, set our oven for 350. Roasted these in the oven for about 45 minutes. And then with the other part of the meat mixture, what I did was I have a little mini meatloaf pan. And
yeah,
the
you
kids,
can see them. I don't
the
know if you can
kids
see them.
like
They're
them.
so cute,
And
though.
what we do is we make little individual meatloaf pans. Now, if you don't have this pan, you can make it in a muffin pan. The kids like this.
That's a fun way to eat them.
And then you can flash freeze those also and put them inside of the freezer, the mini meatloaf pan.
Now, Miss Loretta, you use the same meat mixture to stuff the peppers and for the meatloaf.
Yeah, but minus the rice now. Minus the rice, because the bell peppers have the rice. The meatloaf, they don't have the rice.
It's the rice is all mixed into the meat mixture?
Remember last week we made meatballs? That meatball recipe also is online.
All right, well, definitely great meatloaf stuffed bell pepper recipe. Still got some food to talk about, isn't that right, Miss Loretta?
Yes, darling.
All right, and Chris decided to join us. He's just, this looked too good, too good. And I'm still eyeing that chocolate cake, which now you've got chopped up for us. But first, we're still stretching the ground beef.
That's correct. This is a representative, like I said, another item you can get out of this. I don't know if we mentioned, we have tacos over here.
Yeah, one of my favorite dishes for dinner.
All right, and then we have a family tradition, Sloppy Joes. It's always good, okay, for the children. And with that Sloppy Joe mix coming from the ground beef meatball mix again, only difference is I add a little garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of vinegar, and a little tad of sugar into that to make it a little sweet for the children, and a little tiny salsa.
So do you make that from scratch then?
Yes,
with all those ingredients? You don't no shortcuts here. None of that packets or anything.
So that's what you do. You want to stretch it out. And then another thing is we had cabbage on sale this week, 3 pounds for $1. You can take the same filling and make old-fashioned cabbage rolls.
Okay.
So you take the cabbage leaves, pull them apart, wash them, steam them, and put this stuffed pepper mixture inside of them. Put your sauce on top, and you can just cover them and steam them in the oven for about 35 minutes.
Oh, that
so this
sounds
is
good.
very versatile, very good for the family. And then we had our potatoes, remember? It
Oh,
was
yeah.
10 pounds for $2.99.
That big bag of potatoes.
We finished it up with some homemade mashed potatoes.
Delicious.
Okay.
Now, we had the meatloaf earlier, and we made it kind of like kid-friendly. Like, I loved meatloaf growing up. I guess I was a weird kid, but I absolutely loved
That's
it. But
right.
most kids don't like meatloaf.
That's
now,
right.
Chris, you have a son. Do you think he would eat these meatloafs if they're these
He probably would eat some of it.
Or is he the kind of kid who just eats anything?
He's more of a chicken lover, but he would probably give it a shot anyway.
Yeah, and we trick them with the squares. We try to give them a shape, something to say, wow, you know. So that's what we do.
Oh, yeah, and then we've got the Sloppy Joes.
Sloppy
Again, another
Joes,
kid-friendly.
yes, correct.
Anything's called sloppy. Again, I was one of those kids, all playing with my food, mom yelling at me every single
right.
week.
Just make it colorful and unusual, and you'll be surprised what they'll eat.
Okay, well, again, talking about colors, we've got some salad over there. We're bags of salad on
That
sale
was the
again.
bags of salad again, $1.99, and also, like I said, grapes for 99 cents. And so my kids like to take the grapes and freeze them.
Oh, that would be good. Make like a. I guess you wouldn't really make a smoothie out of those, but they'd be real
but
good
you can
at
come up, yeah, you can
a
make
grape
something
smoothie.
good.
That doesn't sound
Nice
very
fruit
good,
salad.
does it?
Nice
It's fruit salad. All right, now again, I've been eyeing this cake. Tell me about this
It's just
chocolate cake.
a chocolate fudge cake here that we have. I always like to end dinner with everyone sitting around the table and talking. And if you have a tempting dessert there, they'll linger a little bit longer. Those
Before running
teenagers.
off and going watching TV or something.
It's a fudge cake.
Okay, and you just made that. Anything
Just
on
regular-
sale in that? Or?
No, this is just the flour and stuff. This is
Okay.
a scratch cake.
And still
but they
using all
have
those
some
things
good
that were on
cakes,
sale.
cake mix sales out there because we're getting towards holiday again, and then they have some holiday items left over from Rosh Hashanah. So
Okay.
you want to get some of those, like the matzo ball mixes, and hope we had a wonderful celebration with that. But it's a lot of other things when you see a holiday. Go there because they'll
Stock
have that
up.
stuff marked down on the
Okay.
tail end of things.
Very cool, very cool. Lots of good food.
What's the secret ingredient in your potatoes? Anything? Or
Homemade mashed potatoes. I like to put a little garlic in and lots of butter. You know that.
regular real butter?
We have regular real butter and some garlic in it. So those are garlic mashed potatoes. And
those are
they'll
the
put
best.
some chives on it or some fresh parsley from our herb garden.
I say now we've got some herbs here. We've been talking about these for the last few weeks. You can smell the basil. Again, we don't have smell-o-vision yet, but we got the basil. What else is in
This
here?
is thyme.
Okay.
And you want to use this for chicken, for poultry. Okay. Then you have sage. Sage is another item for poultry. It's
Oh, that looks
beautiful.
really soft.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it has a fur.
Oh, it
on
almost
it's
looks
real
like a
good.
rabbit's ear or
That's
something, but
right.
it's not
That's
quite like
sage.
that.
Then
Okay.
we have oregano. Okay. Then we have the basil. Okay. And so, like I said, I love to put them. Fish was on sale also. That beautiful bag of tilapia, regular $20 was $16 in the store this week. And I love to take the dill and the basil, saute some bell peppers and some onions, and put it in the oven also for that. That's nice and healthy.
Okay,
And,
lots
kick it up.
of options.
And the herbs also taste good with shrimp also. Any kind of seafood.